Details. Let's welcome Manchester United fan James McDonald. James, good to see you again. We're going to talk about the manager situation in a moment, all right? But on last night's game, did you see visible improvements?
No, I didn't really see much difference, if I'm being totally honest. We've still got loads of players out, players waiting to come back from AFCON. It was nice to see a different formation, but yeah, there wasn't, I won't go as far as say it's chalk and cheese from what we've been seeing over the last couple of months.
Was it chalk and cheese for Benjamin Sesko, though?
Yeah, absolutely. He looked like a bit more creative last night. His hold-up play was consistent as it's been all season, but he did look a bit more potent last night, definitely.
Are you concerned about your kind of form against the teams nearer the bottom of the table? We're watching these Sesko goals coming in, but we'll show you it's 16 points from 11 games against the current bottom 9. All right, now 16 points from 11 games isn't terrible, but you'd expect Manchester United to be getting a lot more than that when you look at the list of clubs they've been playing. What is the problem there? Why do you struggle against the teams nearer the bottom?
Well, if I knew that, I'd probably be in contention for the interim job. But I think
they don't fear Man United anymore.
I think the problem is these games, they think they can win them. Bournemouth come in, Leeds come in, we think we can have a go and we can get something out of it. Whereas about 15 years ago, Old Trafford was a fortress and now it's more of a bouncy castle.
Yeah, a lot of those clubs were intimidated before they used to play Manchester United many years ago. So you don't have that anymore, unfortunately. And those clubs, like what you saw at Burnley last night, they don't panic at 2-1 down. They play themselves back into the game, knowing that there is a mistake in Man United. There is a weakness at the back, as shown with Martinez when he turned for the second goal. So that is your problem, that lack of intimidation. And really, your next manager, Man United, bring in, he needs to bring the intimidation factor back to that football club.
Well, is that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, James, because the fans were singing his name?
Yeah, he seems to be the fan favourite going out there. I think, for me, it's looking like it's going to be coming down between Solskjaer and Carrick. I think my heart is saying Solskjaer and my head's saying Carrick at the moment.
So why? I can understand why your heart's saying Solskjaer, but why is your head saying Carrick?
Because I think with Solskjaer, I think it maybe comes with a few issues. Obviously, with how it all fizzled out in his last term. If it doesn't work out this time, then obviously that's a PR disaster for one thing. But I also think for Solskjaer, he's got a little bit of unfinished business because he was going okay until we kind of rocked the boat and got Ronaldo in. And I think potentially that signing kind of undid his tenure a little bit.
Darragh, do you think, right, so Solskjaer had interim manager before.
Yep.
Did really well.
Yep.
Got the job. It didn't work as well as Manchester United would have liked.
Yep.
Right? If he comes in interim and does really well again...
Don't give him the job.
OK, that's what I was asking.
Look, I've been in this position and I've not made the mistake. My previous manager I've had 4 times. I brought him back as an interim when I'd fired Grant McCann and he was only in till the end of the season. And it went so well, it was nearly impossible not to give him the job, and that's always the problem. And he'd said to me, I don't want the job full time. I said, well, I don't want to give it to you. Let's just do the 5 months. And then you're like, OK, if I don't give him the job, I'm going to look mad. But I think United really have to put a line in the sand and go, it is Solskjaer to the summer, and then we'll reassess in the summer, and he needs to say the same. The other question I'd ask is, you've got 2 people there in Carrick and Solskjaer, you know, they both lost their jobs, you know, multiple times. And this is one of the biggest football clubs in the world. Is that the best they can get out there as an interim manager? Is that the best the club can do, that we're talking about these 2 only? Any idea on that? Have you got any other names that you think would be better?
Well, I think at the moment it's recruiting people who are in-house a little bit or familiar with Man United, and I think that's just to kind of bring some unity to the squad. Obviously, there's been some kind of leaked reports about training pitch bust-ups and stuff like that. So I think that kind of manager really does kind of set the tone for where United should be and maybe just kind of galvanise the squad a little bit. Like you said, results haven't been great over the last couple of months, so maybe just someone who's a bit in-house and can kind of remind the players, come on lads, we're Man United, might be just kind of what this squad needs.
In this summer then, with a permanent manager, last night Jamie Redknapp was saying that Iraola would be pick. Where would he be on your shortlist if you're going to put it in order?
I think he's got to be in consideration. I think what you were just saying before, United have to cut the cloth accordingly. You can't be expected just to go get Ancelotti or Unai Emery to prize these guys out of clubs. So I think him and Glasner are probably like the front 2 for what's available. But like you said, in the summer, you've got Tuchel available, potentially got Poch available. There could be a a managerial merry-go-round in the summer. So
Yeah.
it might be best to obviously take your time with this decision and not rush into anything.
And whoever is in charge until the end of the season, how confident are you that you can get into the Champions League? I know you're 7th at the moment, but you're 2 points off Liverpool, and Liverpool's game in hand is away at Arsenal, which is the hardest in the league.
Yeah, I mean, I've kind of always said all the season, like 5th is probably like our ceiling this season, and I feel like it's on the cards. But the problem is we're kind of dropping these points against lesser teams. Well, supposedly lesser teams, and we keep dropping these points. So if we can get a bit of a momentum with a new manager, an interim manager who backs the players, then who knows, we could probably get it. But I think 5th is probably the heights we're getting to this season.
Yeah, and it might be enough, remember, for Champions League. We don't know that yet. James, thank you.
No problem. Thanks for having me.